We want to be active when we're older. We don't want to be falling over. We want to have strong bones, all those sorts of things. And I'm always been about, putting things in place, preventing things from happening from a later age. So it really is about optimising in your age and just how things change over time. Physiologically, your body changes, doesn't it?
Massively.
So
we get big changes as we get older, and starting for guys as early as 35, our power starts to go down, our strength, our muscle strength. So really, really important that we recognise that and start to do that. But also at the other opposite extreme, when we are starting to get, and I hate to say this, but starting to get like stiff joints and difficult moving, or inability to move, or inability to run on concrete or run on hard surfaces, or even get over your leg over a bike, this is when a pull like this becomes so important.
let's just go through. If we said, what exercises should we be doing at certain ages? When you're 30, you're probably in your prime. So make sure you're using those muscles. You should be cross-training as much as possible and developing a real cross-section of strength within all those muscles, not just one area, but really maximising it. And then we get to 40. What happens at 40?
So at 40, we're already starting to lose muscle strength. And that's when, it becomes vitally important that we have some form of resistance in our exercise. And again, getting in the pool's great for that, because two things really is yes, going to the gym's good, and we use the gym as part of that program, but actually by getting in the water, it's a less stressful way of exercising the body, so therefore we can add that into the week. So whatever form of exercise we were doing in our 30s, we can start to transition that into our 40s and try and keep hold of a similar amount of volume, or even increase the volume we do, because actually it's so less harmful.
Then we get to 50s, which is us, and I think it's been really interesting. I think just how your hormones change, and I've just noticed my muscle strength, and then your ligaments and things like that. So I'm doing much more strength training than I ever used to do, probably about twice a week. And it doesn't have to be heavy weights or anything like that, or so much resistance work you can do in the pool and stuff. And also I think I've tried to do a lot of cross training, because I think what happens is your body gets used to the type of exercise that you've done. So if I go for a run now, the body doesn't really have any sort of effect anymore, because it's done it so many times. But if I was to do new things like the swimming, like running in the pool, like some of the exercises in there, it's not used to it, so it adapts quicker and it has much more effect. So the more that you can sort of mix it up as well, I think that's really important.
Yeah. 60s and 70s, if I can cover both of those off, it absolutely critical mobility. If mobility gets taken away from you, your ability to keep physically fit is already reduced. So keeping those joints moving, keeping your tendons as mobile as possible are so important to be leading that healthier lifestyle. And again, getting in the water, having the hydrotherapy effect of the moving water, taking less body weight in any exercise that you're doing, balance, coordination, all of those things done in water is really, really challenging to the body, and absolutely brilliant for people, in there all the way up really, from then on into the 80s and 90s.
And I think also it's your cognitive, how your brain starts to go as you get older as well. But they were saying that exercise is a really good way of keeping that going at the same time. So it's not just always about the physical and your heart and your physical appearance, but it's also great for, obviously endorphins, but to keep the cognitive side of things going
and then
as well.
Obviously, lastly, if we keep ourselves healthy with the current climate, it's absolutely superb to be able to have a strong respiratory system to combat any flus and illnesses that are knocking around.